Something new?
Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. My name is Michael, and I'm calling from Bell, Canada on behalf of your son, Terry.
What?
I'm calling from Bell, Canada about some harassing calls that you've been getting, and I'm trying to get a hold of Terry so we can discuss it and put a stop to it.
Will you talk a little slowly? I'm older person. Talk
Absolutely.
slowly, please.
I am calling, my name is Michael, and I'm calling from Bell, Canada. We're the, we're the phone company, and I'm trying to get a hold of Terry so we can discuss the harassing calls you've been getting.
The Bell Canada, they were calling me 10 times.
I know.
Not to stop, not to bother me. And they were always, and I'm in I'm in a senior home, and I'm 85 years old. And they always go and call me 10 times.
I know.
No,
so
maybe more.
I'd like to go ahead, ma'am. I would like to go ahead and call Terry and speak to him so that we can put a stop to this. Do you happen to have Terry's phone number so that we can give him a call? He did not provide his phone number.
Oh, you want me to give you his phone number?
Yes, I'd like to call him.
He's in Calgary, so I'll give you. It's 1-4.
Wonderful. I really appreciate it, ma'am. And we're going to call Terry now, and we're going to try and put a stop to this, okay?
Yeah. Well, I had that for 2 weeks. Even this Monday, my daughter was here because our Christmas was on Sunday, Ukrainian Christmas. And my daughter came on Monday, and she went to help me something. And then she said, there's a man called again from Bell, Canada. And my daughter, she go and tell him to stop bothering me.
Right.
And
ma'am, I really need to call your son now. I'm very sorry to cut you off, but we really got to get going because I got to call your son right away so we can put a stop to this, okay? I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. It gets on my nerves. And calling, last week? On Saturday, called one.
You have a wonderful New Year, ma'am. Thank you.
That's fucking fantastic, ma'am. That's great. Okay. Hang up, you old bitch. You cannot go rid of.
I wanted to be nice about it, but okay.
Sorry, but holy shit, she just would not shut up. Okay, so
she's gonna repeat the same thing. I couldn't take it anymore.
So here's the good news is we've got Terry the son's number.
We could call us the telemarketers because I gave you the telemarketer's phone number. So you could call Terry as the telemarketer.
Oh fuck! let me look into this. Where's the telemarketer?
Oh, it's an 866 number. You can't do that though, can you?
Probably not. No. Let's just call. Just call us Bell Canada and see what's really going on.
Fondle his balls for 10 minutes, see what he can do.
Exactly. This is Terry's number.
You're my
anyway.
supervisor if I need it, right?
If he doesn't pick up, we'll call from his mother's house.
All right. Yeah.
Hello.
Terry, please.
Who's calling?
My name is Michael. I'm calling from Bell, Canada.
Can I help you?
Sure. We've been getting reports of some pretty harassing calls to his mother, and he's his mother's son.
Okay, one moment, please. Terry, it's concerning Baba with the bell. It's a man calling from the bell, I guess.
Hello.
Hi, Terry. My name is Michael, and I'm calling from Bell, Canada, in regards to some harassing calls. Your Baba, your mother, and your mother's son.
I'm her son. Yeah, that's my mother. I'm in Calgary, and my sister's in Montreal. My mom has been calling. She's been harassed like 10, 11 times with telephone calls all the time.
Right. Now, has she explained to them not to call them back? Because what they can do is put her on a do not call list, so they stop calling.
Yeah, my sister already did that, and she's still getting harassed. My sister did that twice, and then I did it once. And
right,
it's 3 times now.
Do it?
And she's getting really nervous. She's 85 years old, and she thinks that somebody's trying to get her or go after her, you know? Because they're calling, and they're not talking to her anymore. They're just staying on the line.
Okay, sir, if I could just explain this for a second. You had mentioned that your sister had called and asked she be put on the do not call list, and you called and asked it. It's very important that the person who's receiving the calls and asks that she put on the do not disturb list.
I know, but my mom can't do that. She doesn't understand how to do that. She told them, don't call me anymore. She talked to them at the time, said, don't call me, put me on the list. She said, don't call me, and they're still calling. So then my mother doesn't understand English too well. And then my sister called and put her name on, and I called and put her number on. And I don't know how to stop this, you know, because she keeps on calling me from Montreal telling me, you know, there's a problem. And one time they called her 11 times in one day.
Now I see where you get it. Okay. See, sir, you keep talking, and I'm trying to help you, and I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish by just blabbering on about the same thing over and over again.
Okay.
Listen.
All right. Okay. Talk to me.
That is your mother, and you are your mother's son, correct?
Right.
Okay. I just want to make sure that's very clear here, because this is kind of confusing. You mentioned mothers and sons, and I didn't understand that you were actually your mother's son. So now that we've got that on the way,
I'm my mother's son.
Oh, okay, wait. Are you?
My name is Terry Osick.
Your sister?
I'm my mother's son.
Okay, and this is Baba, right?
Baba is my grandmother in Ukrainian, and my kids call her Baba. They all call her Baba, but that's grandmother in Ukrainian. She's my mother.
But now your sister is your mother's son's cousin, correct? Is that right?
Oh, my sister is my mother's daughter. I mean, she's my sister.
Your mother's son's sister's sibling? That's the question.
No, my sister is my mother's daughter.
But now your wife is your mother's son's mother, brother, son,
my wife
daughter-in-law,
has nothing to do with it. My wife is somebody I married. Has nothing to do with this.
I think it has everything to do with this, because Baba here is saying that we need to get her on the do not call list, and we need everyone involved to confirm. So far, we've got her mother's daughter's brother, her mother's son's sister, and her mother's son's daughter-in-law. So are there any other mothers, cousins, or sisters that we need to get involved here?
Oh, jeez. I don't know why you're making it so difficult, okay? There's my mother, and there's two sisters. No, just wait. Just listen to me for 1 second. Just 1 second, okay? I'm calm. Just wait, okay? There's my mother, and she has 2 siblings. One of them is me. I'm her son, okay? I'm 2 children, okay? I'm her son, and my sister is her daughter. That's all that's involved in this, okay? My sister, she had her husband calling too, I guess, once in a while, and everything.
Okay, so wow.
But it's
so
just
we
me.
Now have your sister's husband involved as well.
Listen, it's just me and my sister.
But you had just said something about your sister's husband.
Well, he got fed up after a while, you know, and he wanted to get involved in this, you know, but my sister told him to stay out of it, and she called me.
We've got you. Okay, so let's start over. We've got Baba, right? Then we've got Baba's son.
Baba is my mother,
and then we got your mother, your mother's son, your mother's son's sister, your mother's son, sister's husband, your mother's son's wife. Does your wife or your sister's husband have any family members we need to get involved?
Wait, just hold on. Please.
This is so complicated.
No, shush. Okay, both of you. Jeez.
Tell them kids to shut up. We're trying to have a conversation here.
Okay.
Now, how are they involved? How did you just speak
They're
to
not involved
some
in
children?
all. It's just me and my sister. Okay.
Sir, this has become a little bit complicated. Let me put you on hold. I'll get you on the phone with my supervisor, and we can get this all straightened away. I think we can get it blocked so they can no longer make these calls.
Yes.
One moment.
Okay,
One moment. Let me get this squared away here. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Hello, Ron Blackman speaking.
Hello.
Hello, sir. My name is Ron Blackman. I'm the senior supervisor here. Could you tell me how I can help?
Well, you can help by understanding me. It's very simple. Okay.
Okay.
And this other gentleman is making it a lot difficult than what it is.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My mother's getting harassment calls from Bell Canada.
Okay.
She gets up to 10 to 11 a day from the telemarketers. And how she knows that is because on her phone it comes up Bell Canada, it says. Okay? When she gets the...
okay.
What happened was...
And you are your mother's... You are your mother's
I'm her son.
You're her son,
and my sister's in Montreal. So my sister tried for a few times to put her on the list. You know, I think it was once or twice she tried to get her on the no-call list, and she talked with Bell Canada. She called and everything else. It was still getting calls. My mom called me. I'm in Calgary. She called me, and she says, I'm still getting calls. So I said, okay, I'll talk with my sister. I said, what did you done? She says, I did this, I did that.
I've got a note
here.
It mentions
I said,
somebody
okay,
called...
I'll try from my end. So I went to CRTC, I put in a complaint saying that
shut up,
they shouldn't call her anymore. Okay?
I've got a note here to say that somebody called Baba was involved. Is that your sister's name?
Baba is my mother. It's the Ukrainian name says is grandmother. Okay? Baba is grandmother in Ukrainian.
But
it's my mother.
You are your mother's son, and her name is Baba.
Right. And my sister is my mother's daughter. There's only two of us.
Okay, we need to clarify who else is involved. Who else is actually called
That's all
about
that's involved. Just me and my sister.
And what's your sister's name?
Natalie.
Natalie. And is Natalie married?
She's married to Bonema. Her name is Bonema.
So
Natalie Bonema.
Natalie is married to Bonema. Okay, and she is also your mother's sister, is that right?
My mother's daughter. She's my mother's daughter. She's my sister.
So you are your mother's son, but your sister's mother is your mother's daughter. Right?
Yes, I'm her son. She's my sister, Natalie. There's only two in our family.
Okay, sorry. Carry on with what you were saying, okay?
Well, that's all. She's getting harassment phone calls. She's 85 years old. She's getting all nervous and everything. They don't talk anymore. They just call, and they don't say anything. So she leaves the phone off the hook to see how long they're going to stay on there, and they stay on for 10 to 12 minutes. And then she says they hang up, and they don't talk to her. They don't say nothing or anything else, you know. So she's getting these calls, and she's getting all nervous. She's in a senior's home in Montreal. She doesn't have anything to do with Bell. She used to have Bell before, but now Bell, I think she had was the TV service. Never had a phone, never had a cell phone.
So I think what we need to do
and everything else. And now they keep on calling her, and she just doesn't want to be on their list. She doesn't want to get any calls from them. She's getting very nervous and very anxious.
I'm so sorry to hear that, sir. What we're going to do, I think what needs to happen is we need to make absolutely sure that she goes on the don't call list, okay?
Yeah, I tried that. I put her on, and my sister said she put her on.
I'm a senior manager.
And she's still getting calls, you know, so I don't understand what we have to do is make this stop, you know.
Let me tell you, I'm a senior manager here, so I'm going to get one of my reps on the line, okay? And he's going to make sure that gets done for you right away. Can you just hold for 1 minute while I put my rep on the line?
Yeah, sure.
I'll stay on the line to monitor the call to make sure everything works, but I'll get my rep in here. Okay, just 1 moment.
All right, thank you. For me, please. Write it on a piece of paper so I make sure I have it.
Hi, Stephen. This is Ron, corporate. I've got a gentleman on the line. I'm not quite sure the details. I believe it's his mother is having trouble getting on the no-call list. Do you want to explain to Stephen the story again there, sir?
Yes, my mother is getting calls from the telemarketers. She's getting about 10 to 11 calls a day now. And I've been trying, my sister tried to get her on the no-call list, and then I'm now trying to get her on the no-call list because she's getting very anxious, and she doesn't like this, and they're not even talking to her anymore. They're just going on and staying on without saying anything. And how she knows it's Bell Canada is because she sees it on her phone.
Right, and so we've got you, and you're her son. And
I'm her son.
And you're okay. So you're your mother's son, correct?
Right, that's me.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's you.
And I have a sister that tried to get her on the list, and her name is Natalie.
And your mother is your sister's mother, or actually, this is your wife's mother-in-law, who is your sister's.
My wife's mother-in-law. Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. Listen, it's just me and my sister. Okay.
You're the son-in-law? Are you the son-in-law or the grandson? Maybe I'm giving a hard. Sir, this is very weird. So you're the son-in-law.
No, I'm
and you're
the
calling
son.
on behalf of your sister.
S-O-N, son. She's my mother. Jeez.
Okay.
Now I know why it's hard to get her off the list. People don't understand us.
No, we understand. I think you're just having a hard time of getting this. Okay. Let's see if we got. I'm not having a hard
time. I'm her son. What's hard about that? My sister. Her name is
I got
Natalie.
a solution. We're going to go ahead and patch her in because I think she'll help explain this. One moment, we'll patch her in. We'll get this all squared away. You're the son. You just want to get her off of the list. Very simple, correct?
Very simple. Nothing hard here.
You on the phone. That's wonderful. You're going to help us here because we need her to actually, we need to hear it from her. And now while we have you on the phone, you can help explain this with her. So let's see if we can straighten this out.
I have to talk to Ukrainian to her because she might not even answer the phone because she's nervous now.
No, she did. She will here.
Okay.
I spoke to her shortly a moment ago.
Okay. All right. I'll explain to her. Okay. Hello, Ma. Ma. Toya. Mama. Toya Taras.
Sir, it's very important if we speak English. It's very important we speak English.
I understand. Just let me identify who I am first, and then she'll speak English, okay?
We need to understand what's going on.
Give me a second.
Let her know you're her son. Make sure she knows.
Toya Taras, Ma. Ти можеш говорити до нея по-английски и сказати, що ти не хочеш бути на Bell Canada телефон anymore. Окей? По-английски ти можеш йому сказати.
Oh, God.
Окей? Можеш сказати тому чоловіку, він є на телефон, скажи, я не хочу бути на телефон, на той телемаркетер назад. Ти можеш йому сказати.
Pardon me?
Сказати, що ти не хочеш, що не дзвонили більше, ма.
This isn't working for me personally.
I'm not understanding what's being said here.
Just hold on.
Very
just hold on. She's having a hard time hearing because she has hearing aids.
I'm very agitated here. Very agitated.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Please,
okay, but
it sounds like
I'm
you're
trying
yelling
to get her to understand me. Okay,
you could
just
please
hold on.
be a little gentle with her. She sounds very fragile.
You're going to try to Bell Canada to stop calling me?
There, yeah, okay, there. She just told you. She wants Bell Canada to stop calling her.
There's a fee. Can we explain about the fee?
What's the fee?
There's a fee. There's fees involved in that. We can't just have people blocked and not charged for it. That's a lot of work.
Oh, okay, so what's the fee? How much?
Well, we can't really discuss that over the phone until we get your sister on, because it's important. We also didn't your sister also call? I believe your sister also called.
It's easy to call her, but it's really hard to get her off so they don't call her, right? come on, guys.
It's just 10% of the bill. We'll add it to your bill. But before we do that,
She
we need to make sure that
she doesn't have a Bell account.
We understand. We're talking about the bill of the person making the call, okay? But you had made a call, she made a call, and your sister also called us, and I think your sister's husband also called us. We need all the parties involved here now to finally get this completed. Otherwise, we only have part of the situation. We need the entire
I'm from Calgary. She's there from Montreal. You want to get everybody on the line? Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, so do you want to go ahead and call your sister? We'll hold, and you get her on the line here, and we can all discuss this.
You called my sister. You're calling everybody. Go ahead. I mean, if I'm going to pay, you might as well do the work.
Excuse me, sir. I don't really appreciate the attitude. We are trying to help here.
Okay. All right, fine.
Just
the attitude. I'm having an attitude now. I'm trying to get her off the list.
No, sir,
you guys are telling me.
Calm the hell down a little bit.
I'm having an attitude.
You just go ahead and call your sister. Okay?
Yeah.
And
call my sister.
You mentioned she doesn't have a Bell account. We would like to maybe talk about getting her set up with a Bell account. Is that possible?
She doesn't want a Bell account. She doesn't want anything to do with Bell.
Well, we could have a Bell. We can block these calls easily.
We could have a Bell representative call her during the day a few times and discuss getting a Bell account.
She doesn't want anything to do with Bell. Listen to her.
I'm not with the Bell. And I want them to stop me.
You hear that? Do you hear that?
I'm 85 years old and they're getting on my nerves.
We would never slap you, ma'am. We would never slap you.
You just listen to what she's saying.
I hear that she wants a Bell account.
I believe we've given you the explanation. So there'll be a 10% increase in the bill to go on the Do Not Disturb list, or we can set you up with a Bell account, and one of our salespeople will call tomorrow morning.
She doesn't want to be with Bell. I do not want to be with Bell. And, those are harassing me now because there'll be worse consequences than what she's doing.
Right. So you want to be on the Do Not Disturb list then?
Right.
Right. Okay. So I'll put you on the Do Not Disturb list, but that will be a 5% increase in the bill.
Oh. I want my mom on. Jeez.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, Ma. Yeah. Mommy, am I really hard times name me Hurete?
Huh?
Will you stop?
Yeah, come through to the phone.
Yeah, maybe if your wife got on the phone. I think she's the one who answered. Maybe the person who answered can understand this, because you seem to be a little daft.
Could we maybe get your wife on the line? She may be a bit calmer and better to understand.
You don't start. Okay, thank you very much for all your service. Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome, sir.
I really appreciate all the effort that you did to help me out.
Thank you.
Okay, it was really nice talking to you guys.
It's really nice
I
to hear
was trying to make it as easy as possible, and you guys just can't do it. Okay.
Now, sir, we're going to follow this call up with a
nice
survey.
Of you to say that. So nice of you to say that. We love you, sir.
Ah!